Garbage day.
Garbage day.
Oh no!
Because he laughs twice the same exact way. So you have to be sure to space it and then laugh again.
3, 2, 1.
Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Straight out of the Scarlet Halls and right into... I'm so tired of being sick, guys. I'm sick again. Please send help. I'm Slide Whistle.
I am Immunization, and I am very tired of Slide Whistle being sick, too.
I'm Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire, Horrid Punching Bag, and someone who doesn't live in their home. So I am A-okay with Slide being sick, because now there will be someone else who sounds slightly nasally on this one.
I've been nasally for 5 months, I feel like. It just hasn't stopped.
I've been nasally for 25 years.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
This is what, your 4th time being sick this year already, and it's only April?
I'm supposed to only get sick 2 times a year. This is a cursed year, everybody. Abandon 2019 quickly. I got tonsillitis, and it hurts.
I got bronchitis. And now
Oh, it's tonsillitis. Don't confuse the audience. They're going to worry about me.
Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire mage.
Maybe if I get a nice cold pop and some chips, I can cure my wounds. My wounds.
Your open wounds.
Champion,
that's a crossover.
Get some RC Cola.
What's her name? Isn't her name like Sweet something? It's not. It's like Sweet.
Sweet
God, she's
dream.
Sweet Jazz.
That's got to be her name. Oh man. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to maybe talk less for once, but I probably can't do that. We'll see. Yeah, what did you guys? How was your WoW? Did you guys WoW? Aaron, I know you WoWed a whole bunch this weekend.
Oh,
this
you
week, right?
know it. No. Was visiting the girlfriend in West Virginia, so I did not really partake in the World of Warcraft, even though she casually plays now. So I'm like, I brought my computer just in case, but that did not go down. However, she was like, she's like, what's the story of World of Warcraft? And I was like, well, it's kind of a long one. And she was just like, tell me. So from the beginning to BFA, I covered it in like an hour and a half speed talking session. And when it was over, she was like, wow, that was a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
Wow.
She's like, you didn't mention the Pandaren much in there. Is there a reason? And I'm like, yeah.
There's no lore.
Because they barely exist. And she didn't like that.
She should have brought Chronicle and read her the Pandaria stories. That would have been a fucking read and a half.
Because, they have lore for it. It just doesn't align with the main storyline all that much.
And their lore is incredibly just insular. Like, it's about the Pandarans for the Pandarans. They don't interact with anyone until Mop. So I just saved talking about them till Mop.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
So, Slide, give me in detail what you did in World of Warcraft.
Her name is Sweet Brown. I found it. Sweet
Thank
Brown.
goodness. Sweet Brown!
That's what. Sweet Brown. I played WoW. I play WoW. Where is Jace Hall? Can somebody go find Jace Hall for me and get him to make some more WoW videos?
He's probably...
Anyway.
We're probably rising up enough, and he is definitely small enough. We could get Jace Hall on here.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to email him after this. What did I do in WoW? I did some monk gearing up. He's pushing 376 now, I think. So he's doing pretty good. I'm actually pretty okay at healing. I don't normally heal. In fact, I never heal. So I've been mist weaving. That's been interesting. Insta Qs are pretty nice. I've been doing the farming dailies in Pandaria on Bludgeon. I sent her off to the farm. She's just working away for me, picking fruits and burying seeds. And I gotta say, because I mean, I know that you two haven't done this before, it's definitely worth parking it all out there and just doing the dailies. Like, it's actually kind of cool. You just farm shit. Like, that's it. But you get... Eventually, I'm going to get this sweet... I'm doing all of this just so I can get the chef title, the chef title and the chef toy that puts a chef's hat on your head. Because I want to make a chef-based transmog for my monk involving the chef hat, the chef apron, the chef title, and those little floppy fish maces. So I'm going all in, all in for the chef look. But yeah, just been a lot of alt stuff. I was dead for a couple days. It took me out of commission, but I'm up kind of now. So what about you? I mean, what was your week like in the World of Warcraft?
My week was also mainly spent on my alt. My druid is now max level, so that's exciting.
Ooh.
And I've been trying to play PvP on him, and I've been really enjoying it. I feel like the evil being that I always hated that I have now become. I am now using my entangling roots and solar beaming the healers, and I want to kill myself.
He literally had his hands in the air and was cackling at his screen evilly. My favorite part was I turned around and watched him play, and RuPaul's latest song, Champion, is playing. It's like, I'm a champion, destroyer of the deeps. And he's just like killing everybody and just laughing evilly. And it was scary. It was actually scared.
Yeah, so that's been my week in WoW. It's just been realizing that maybe as a boomkin I can actually weave in some PvP.
What do you think's the percentage of Garage pushing out Immune and us having to call you Garage in the podcast from now on?
I think he's just gonna stay as like a main alt, and like if I want to do PvP things, then maybe I will play him. But Immune will still be around for like most of the main content.
Okay, Garage.
It's interesting that we call you Slide Whistle because is Slide Whistle, what's the percentage of him ever coming back?
He's actually logged in right now, and I'm jumping around daily right on him.
Oh shit! I look like Boo Boo the Fool.
But actually, I am though because I need him for something.
I see.
So it's actually it's funny. And you know what I need him for? This time warp.
Oh shit! Early warp, garbage thing.
Time warp. I'm not gonna describe it because they describe it when they do it. So just they're gonna answer trivia, and I'm gonna have a timer. So are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys played a lot of Legion, right?
Of course.
I did play the Legion.
It is the first one, and so far only one I've gone all the way through on.
Well, how well do you know all of the reps in that expansion? Name all of the reps you can in Legion. Ready, set, go.
Dreamweavers, the Balajar.
I don't know the names of them.
The
Fuck.
High Mountain Foreign.
The
I think it's
Lightforged
just
Draenei people. The like,
armies.
I think the
of
Broken
the Legion.
one. Oh fuck, that is what it's called. Army.
Or it's like Broken Island Army or something like that.
The Void Elf one. I don't know what they're
Conjurer
called.
Margos, Chromie.
Oh yeah, Chromie does have one, but it's like a special one. Ferondis has one.
Yeah, Quarter Ferondis. You got that one.
Hi.
Wow, I sucked.
That was a beatdown. I did not think Aaron was gonna dig deep into those. I thought he was gonna forget all about the Conjurer Margos.
No, because they come up when I do like looking for the reps for BFA. Those still pop up, and I'm always feel super defeated because everywhere else is like max level everything, and then Chromie and Conjurer Margos are like you barely spoke to them. I'm like, I regret the day I ever talked to that fishing man.
Yeah, I'm sitting at Stranger with Conjurer Margos, and I'm just a Chrono friend with Chromie, but I'm gonna change that soon, I think. But the reps are we are Gussian Reach, Armies of Legion Fall, Army of the Light, Chromie, Conjurer Margos, Court of Ferondis, Dreamweavers, High Mountain Tribe, the Nightfallen, the Wardens, and the Valajar. And won that. I don't need to count them up, but it's a good try, Immune.
It really wasn't. You don't have to lie.
Okay, it was not that good of a try.
Wait, doesn't
But,
Kieran Tor have one?
they were the rep that you could do, but when you did it, it would give you the choice of having rep with the other factions. So like you would get to pick that one.
Oh, but there were emissaries for them, so that's a little weird.
Yeah, they had emissaries, but they didn't have a representative. Bunch of losers.
That one was so weird too, because it was just some guy who was outside of like the Kirin Tor base. Like there was the main six, and then there was like, "Hey, it's me, Magic Dave. I'm big enough to give you a chest, but not big enough to go in the building." And also
Kirin Tor Day.
Here's Magic. I remember he had like a friend next to him. Like, here's Magic Janet. Don't talk to her. She doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna take this shot now.
Okay. I really like I think from now on we should just announce just like that before.
Right now. I am taking the shot right now.
So that's why I was logging Side Whistle, just so I could see the the reps. But I'm also just gonna break the rule again. I currently have an Paragon bag due at the Wardens. This is gonna be a live. Will I get the Mount Watch?
No.
Oh,
I don't think you will.
I'm not gonna announce that anymore.
Well, did you get the mount?
I'm still flying there, but we can
I see.
move on.
Okay, well, this week in Raid, I was gonna say we, but no, it was just me.
It was just you.
Because Slide was KO'd for like 18 hours, and I showed up, and there were only 10 of us, and we barely had enough to even run. And one of the guys was new. It was his first night raiding with the guild, and it was just honestly a mess. We could not down a boss in Crucible. We gave up after like 10 pulls, and then we're like, yeah, let's just go back to Daza. So we went back to Daza, and we struggled. Like, we downed the first boss, then we wiped on Grong like a few times.
Oh,
We also struggled through the Jade Fire Masters. We wiped on them like 3 or 4 times, and then we got to Opulence and just wiped on our first three pulls, and then they were just like, "You guys want to call it for the night? There's only 10 of us. Yeah, we're done here." And then we just ended.
You hate to hear that, Steve. Just a great guild brought to its knees by Aaron not being there.
Hey, I wasn't there either. If I was there, we would have cleared all Crucible, I say.
If Aaron was there, we would have punched straight through to Narjatarj.
Also, it makes me feel like I don't even need to show up anymore. It doesn't matter whether or not I'm there, guys.
Damn. I remember waking up from like my death sleep and just being like, "How are we doing?" And him like hitting the keyboard, bad, dying. And I was like, "I'm going back to sleep now." I was on the couch like 2 feet away from the computer.
Yeah, he was like angled too, so that like his head was like staring at me whenever he was waking up, and then I was like, "Yeah, just turn around, like, don't look at me."
Don't look at this shame.
The new guy, he's still hanging out in the guild. He's excited for raid tonight. So we really gotta fucking bring the heat, team. Because he's gonna. If I was him, I would have dipped. I'd be like, seriously, this is what I fucking ended up in, a 10-man raid that can't kill nothing. Like, it's not your guys' fault. It's just like, people didn't show up. People were busy, so rough.
Yeah, so that was a mess. Hopefully, we recover from that.
I think today should be fine. I actually saw Faye was online. Faye's our long lost monk / everything. He plays literally everything. But we can't let him tank again, because if he tanks and he goes away again, you know what I mean? Like, that's a privilege.
We'll be devastated again.
What privilege?
But I do think maybe we're going to have more bodies. I've been recruiting a lot of people. We have more folks hanging out now. Be sure to read the guild info so you don't get angry messages like some people got yesterday from one of our members. But, well, yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think tonight we're starting on, it's going to be what? We're going to Heroic Crucible first. So that should be interesting.
Yes,
'Cause-
I think I'm going to point my finger in the air. I think we got it tonight.
I don't know, do we?
Yeah, I don't know. I won't show up. Obviously, that'll help.
I'll
I
have
won't
to.
show up
It's
either.
it's a little late. I may have to plan another trip. Let's see here. I'd get there about 2 a.m. if I left now.
I think my tonsillitis is flaring up. I'm going to go buy some cold pops and never come back.
Ah!
So there was some interesting things that have been broadcast text data mined off of the PTR. I think we should just from now on just reiterate every time that we are super spoiler heavy. If I see any information, I'm going to read it and regurgitate it. So just be warned from now on and forever. We're gonna have some major spoilers discussed real soon. So if you want to dip like that man in our guild should have on Thursday, now's your chance to do so.
My favorite is the little spreadsheet you gave us from MMO Champion has the phrase many spoilers below. And when they say many, they mean it's all here, gang. Everything that anyone says pertaining to anything that you'd be interested in. So yeah, gang, it's going to get real spoiler heavy in this next segment.
And this week's spoilers are brought to you regarding Bane.
Thanks, Bane. What I like the most about these spoilers is that MMO Champ even blocked out some of these lines, so you have to cover over them to see them. Like, they spoilered the spoilers. Because
There's some things that are even like, yeah, no, I mean, gang, you don't want to know that one. That's too much.
Like, I was like, do I do it? Do I read it? Do I want to read it? And then I read it, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to read that. It's too late. I saw it.
I'd rather.
And then he read it.
I mean, I was over your shoulder, and then you asked if you should do it, and then I was like, do it.
Do it. I guess we can start this week with the Bane stuff. So, oh man, Bane's not looking too hot, guys.
I mean, we already knew he was in chains, and
He's
Anduin
in
and
chains. He's falling.
and Anduin and Jaina decided to, bring the alliance and honestly some horde too to break him out. And one of the broadcast texts this time is Anduin talking about a vision he had about Bane in chains.
Attentional Keyblade welders.
Also, Jaina didn't bring the horde. They came separately on two different groups. So this is awkward thing where I think they encounter each other in the middle when they're both coming to free Bane from his chains.
So one thing I do like about this MMO Champion thing is I noticed that there was like a blacked out thing that in the Anduin Briefs player on Quest to Free Bane segment. So I was like, oh, I'll click that. And then it was just like, I had a vision he might be killed. And I was like, I don't think that's a real spoiler, gang.
Yeah, that's the one that Slide was talking about, that like he didn't know if he had wanted to see because like, he thought it was just like a straight up spoiler. Then I was like, wait, I think this is just one of Anduin's dreams he had. But Anduin like has like some dream powers, right? Or
well,
Is-
yeah, but
maybe because all
I
his
also-
bones got crushed, which is my favorite story development.
his little baby bones, he's still ringing and vibrating. But so I only read the blacked out line, so all I saw was she gave the word and Bane was executed. And I went, what the fuck? He's dead? But because I didn't read the line above it, since my vision was of Bane, that I was so confused. See, Anduin's having some bone hurting dreams over there about Bane being killed.
Auntie Jana, my bone thought about Bane last night. Well, you are a growing boy, Anduin. No, not like that.
They have been writing love letters to each other.
For years. Why won't you pick a lovely lady suitor? I don't know, it doesn't interest me at the moment, as he breathes on a pane of glass and draws a picture of a cow.
So it's interesting. So Anduin lets the Alliance know what's up, and then Lorthamar is the one letting the Horde know what's up. Is this Lorthamar's first sign of like rebellion against Sylvanas, like officially? I feel like he's just been doing everything she's been saying and hasn't said anything else. So it seems like this is like everybody now officially who's against Sylvanas.
Yeah, from what I know of Sylvanas, her only supporters are Nathanos, the new kids, and Gallywix. Like everyone, officially everyone from the old Horde is against her.
Those new orcs are loving this stuff. Some nasty orcs.
What's wild is the High Mountain Tauren are for it. It's like, despite the fact they show up and they are just the same exact thing as the Tauren, it's like, no, fuck those guys, they're pussies. We're all on board with killing nature, even though that was our big thing. I don't know. Mela just wants to take control of Mulgore, I guess. All the loveliness that is there.
It's like, now we're the main cows. He's chained up, and you gotta break the chains.
Break the chains!
And then on the way out, on your escape route, you cross paths with everyone's favorite blood elves, the Sun Reavers.
So this is an interesting choice, because this makes it sound like the only guards that are guarding Bane right now are the Sun Reavers, which seems interesting that Sylvanas wouldn't choose like her own Death Guard people.
Yeah,
like
the Forsaken have been the bulk of her army for forever, even like when they really shouldn't. Like we're fighting like Forsaken warriors and stuff, and I'm like, aren't you like the spindliest of all of the Horde races?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess they're kind of showing that there's just more than just the undead that's in the Horde that are backing her up, which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Not quote, I don't know if it's nice or not. If it's nice, but it's definitely interesting. But get this, apparently, if you're on the Horde, it's the same thing for you. It's still the Sun Reavers, and you still have to go through them. So imagine you're like a Blood Elf character, and all of a sudden you have to kill your own people because you want to free Bane, and maybe you don't even want to free Bane. Like, this isn't really an option. Like, if you want to progress the storyline, you have to go through it this way.
Yeah.
Even if you want to help them or not.
It appears the only thing, if you're like a Horde apologist, like a new Horde apologist, the only thing you can do is rat out Lorthamar after the fact. So it's really weird that they still make you play through it. Is the headcanon that like you're like a snitch, but then you're still doing it anyways, so it just seems very strange.
Yeah, I'm not really following their thought process on this either, because I feel like up until this point, they went out of their way to kind of make it feel like the player had more of a choice about what they were doing, about like kind of taking sides within the Horde. And this just kind of doesn't feel like that anymore.
Yeah, because if you tell Nathanos about this plan, he just says play along for now. But I think that still is going to involve you as a Blood Elf killing other Blood Elves because you're playing along. So it's like, But there's a very interesting interaction here between Jaina and one of the Sun Reavers that she forced out of Dalaran back in Mop. Right, Mop?
Yeah, when she was after the bell was stolen and she was just backslash walking through Dalaran, shooting them down.
Yeah, so in this encounter, his name, I guess, is Magister Hatheril. I don't know if he was named back then or not, but then he says, "Traitor, Lady Proudmoore, do you remember me? I am Magister Hatheril, one of the many innocent Sunreaver mages you sicked your Silver Covenant dogs upon."
It's like, whoa, like they're actually like kind of like giving some continuity here, which is kind of cool. I feel like we've been like in like bubble expansions a little bit, that like stories crossing over like this.
And
Mm-hmm.
this one makes sense too, because like think about if you were the Sunreavers, you were not necessarily like on board with the rest of the Horde. You're just part of the Kirin Tor, right?
Yeah, there were some in the Kirin Tor, so it's just like, but then he kind of turns the argument on itself. Jaina goes, "There was more violence than I had wished, but it was the Sunreavers who betrayed us first." And then he says, "A few who were following the orders of their lawful war chief, as I do now. I'll hold the barrier, kill them." And it's like, dude, wait a minute. So you were okay with what they were doing.
No, I
So
Some
think
of
then,
us were just following our great war chief's orders. The
I
same
th-
war chief who ate an old god's heart and then exploded himself. You know, like this one's gonna do.
I don't know if he was like approving of what they did then. He's just saying that now he is with the current war chief because of what happened to all of his other Sunreavers because of Jaina. I don't really know if I agree with him, but I think that's where he's coming from.
the way that I read it makes it sound like he's cool with what the ones did before, the ones who stole the bell. This is just a few who were following the orders of their lawful war chief. That's not law. That wasn't lawful. Is he saying like by law he's the war chief and he gives rules, so you have to follow them? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, maybe it's that.
I don't know. I just he said that and I was like, oh, okay, good. Kill him. Fuck this dude. Fuck him. So basically, it's like a super group up in here because it's like what? And then it's Sarfang and Thrall and Jaina.
See,
Like,
I'm reading the thing. When does Thrall come in? He's there at some point.
well, a lot of the green text they do that so you don't know who's saying it. That's why it's all
Mm-hmm.
just like one big thing. So Thrall's probably saying some of these lines in here. But yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
also real curious when he comes into play. Like, when does he walk in? Well, I think it's during one of the cinematics when Jaina is forcing out Bane. I think Rexar says um, something like he will hear about this, or I have someone to tell about this. So I think Rexar must go and like, I think Rexar goes and grabs Thrall from wherever the hell Thrall's hiding.
Mm-hmm. I'm just reading through it now.
It's just so like this is like it's lengthy.
Well, I'm glad that another race betrays the new horde. I will be interested. It definitely it strikes me as like the old horde is all leaving, and then Sylvanas is like, I don't care. I have my new pals, which very
Yeah.
much, now that I'm thinking about it, are just direct replacements of the old horde. We have orcs, we have cows, and we have elves. They just look different now.
Basically.
So it's just an orc cow elf war, and then the Forsaken on the other side.
Man, if we're at the very end of this, I really don't want peace between the Horde Alliance, and I don't want a third faction. But it sounds like it's being set up for that a little bit at the end here by Lothrmar. He says, oh, it's not him, somebody else says, for all her lies, Priscilla Ashrain spoke one truth. The war between the Alliance and Horde has kept us distracted. Divided, we have no hope against N'Zoth. And then Lothrmar goes into this little speech, basically saying, we found common cause here in Narjatar. The battle still happens. As long as Sylvanas holds Orgrimmar, there can be no lasting peace. The war needs to end, Lothrmar. You know this to be true. So it sounds like they're just trying to get, just once again, this war to end between the Horde and Alliance.
I don't know. This is just keep them separate. Not only does that give us more story, in my opinion, but it forces world PvP, which is a very cool thing. And I guess I don't want to tell them how to write their story or whatever, but like I'm sick of peace.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think what they're setting up is that the war between the two is allowing N'Zoth to come out, and then eventually we have to team up again to take down the big bad of N'Zoth.
Oh,
just for once, I just
we
want to.
just teamed up.
Yeah, I don't want to team up anymore. I want to like. I'm just imagining a raid, a raid kind of like what we have now with Daza, where like we're running up like the tentacles in the Zoth to go kill him, and then we're like, hold up, there's the horde. Let's gank him. Let's gank him on the fucking tentacles right now, and then we can go kill the Zoth for glory. Just like something cool like that. I
I
don't know.
want I want the dick in our hand, see each other, it's on fighting of gunship in Ice Crown Citadel, where we are fighting literally the biggest threat we have ever seen, but we still happen to see each other from across the schoolyard, and it's like, oh, it's fucking on. Let's go get these guys.
We fucking sink each other's ship. What's great is that canonically, the Alliance wins that one. Canonically, according to the Chronicle, the Alliance sinks the Horde ship, and the Alliance goes and kills the Lich King. So we did that. We out here.
Yeah,
So then, canonically, do the Horde take down Garrosh then?
No, Thrall does that. But canonically, in the Chronicle, there are a lot of like they divvy up basically all the raid bosses up to a certain point, and they let you know who officially killed who. So it's actually pretty interesting to look at. Maybe one day we should go over that.
Yeah, shout out to the Alliance who gets to kill an Elder God while the Horde gets to fight bugs.
Squish squish.
Now that things have gotten heated regarding the faction war, we sent Growlina out in the field to inquire some of her fellow Alliance members' feelings on an eventual truce. Growlina, take it away.
Hello, audience. It's your girl, Growlina. I was gonna open this piece with a quote about war, but this was the best I could find. I learned long ago never to wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. George Bernard Shaw. So my guest today, Krakow. Would you agree with this? Would you say this relates to our fight against the Horde?
WTF? LOL?
Would you say our battles against Sylvanas are fruitless or a worthy cause?
I'm kind of tired of us fighting the Horde. The game is more fun when I don't get killed all the time.
A fair enough point. So you would consider a truce with them?
I feel like it has to be coming. No one likes all the fighting and split storyline stuff.
But doesn't this fighting have a good purpose? What about avenging Teldrassil? Or the Broken Shore? What about when they made fun of your mom?
The fuck are you talking about? When did they do that?
Well, they probably would, those butt munches. Alliance forever, baby. Oh! Pieces for weenies.
I'm gonna go.
You go. Run away, baby. Alliance rules. This has been Growlina, and I'm gonna go try and gank a level 54 Forsaken back at home. Oh!
Always nice to hear from the members of the Alliance.
We doing it.
We out here, standing by the ship, turning in our quest, you know it.
Okay, so another thing that we have gotten recently is the full models of the different armor sets that will be available when you defeat LFR, normal, heroic, mythic tiers within the Azshara's Eternal Palace raid. So I thought we could re-up this segment we had a few weeks ago and do a fashion photo review.
Ooh, baby.
Strut your stuff. Get your mog.
First up on the runway, cloth set.
Okay, now this is very important. This is what we are all going to be wearing, is this cloth set. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Looking at these, some of these colors don't go so well together. Like the LFR set, I don't like that.
I think that the shoulders are big and gaudy, but not fun big and gaudy, just inconvenient looking.
I don't really care for the helmet. I mean, okay, so
The
I don't
helmet
like
looks
the
bad
way.
on the humans, which is good. It's a bad sign because the humans are the only thing they're allowed to look good on.
So are we gonna boots the house down this look?
Now, you know what? I think I'm gonna boot the first 3 tiers, the first 3 sets, like the LFR, normal, and heroic. But if you look at that fucking mythic set, you know I'm gonna be wearing that shit when I get it, like a while from now.
Yeah,
Like
like
2
3 years from
expansions from now?
You better
Like, look at that
believe
shit.
that I will get that helmet and throw it in the never wear pile. That is only a
So,
worse version, in my opinion, of the helmet.
I think they made it better. In the first 3, you can't really tell it's Naga inspired, except for like the belt. I feel like, but when you get down to that last one, baby, it's all fins and flanges.
I don't know. I
But
think I'm still gonna boot it.
well, I mean, you're a priest, so you don't wear anything fun anyway. So
Yes, fuck you.
like,
You don't get an
you
opinion.
just wear like your little priestly white robes. Where is the flavor? Where are the spices? Where are the chips?
Okay, well anyways.
You can't go back on that one. Where are the chips?
I don't have the cheaps, I'm sorry, but we do have this leather set. I I think I'm also gonna boot this. Though I will say I
Gang,
think the one I like the
gang,
most is actually normal because of the colors, but I don't know.
yeah, gang. I won't lie to you. I looked down the whole thing. I'm gonna sound like a broken record here. It's the so I'm looking specifically at the normal version. The gold like trim is nice, but gang, that's a bad helmet.
That's a really bad helmet. Why can't they make good fish helmets?
And it's so top heavy. It's like you get these big shoulders, these big things. You get the helmet, which looks bad, but it's big. And it's like, okay, what do we got for pants, gang? I got these whole bike knee pads and my uncle's hiking boots. Hell yeah, push that shit.
Oh, he's wearing little cycling knee pads.
Boot.
However, the mythic one, I will say again, is I like it. They just need to put more fins on the other ones. There's not enough fins going on there. I would wear that bottom one, the mythic one. Like you're basically a big walking Murloc. I'm gonna give it another 3/4 boot.
Yeah, I just have to give it an overall boot too because like I won't be seeing that mythic set on myself for a few years. So
God, okay. Do we even have to discuss the male set? I feel like we all disagree this one's hideous.
I
What's the
like
point?
it the best.
What?
I like the male set the best. It is a nice subdued look. The helmet of all of the fish helmets. Oh shit! Sorry, gang. I just scrolled down. I like this one the second best.
You get the wrong one.
No, I was not looking at the wrong one. I just didn't see at the bottom of the page the mythic plate. But
Oh, I see.
the mythic male, I like it. It looks good. Everything looks balanced. The helmet and the back part of the shoulders give it a cool look. I personally am going to say this one is a toot.
I hate it. Any outfit that forces you to wear that little dress is bad. Which I realize now looking up, the cloth one does that. So I hate that one too. I don't like having to wear these robes when there are no robes. And for male, it's even stupider. But why would a hunter want to wear this little male skirt?
So I will say for hunters, it might actually be a nice thing to have every once in a while because they probably don't get male like full dresses all that often for male wear.
No, the shamans give them a lot of that stuff, though. The shamans have a lot of those little hoop skirts going on. I think one of my main issues with this is that I feel like I've seen this gear before. I feel like my hunter is wearing some of this stuff. Like, it doesn't look that new. It doesn't look that, like, wow. Or it's just kind of just like, They always get weird animal parts, right? I feel like Hunter and Shaman always get those weird sets like this.
I think I am going to give the male set a medium mood. I don't really have too much of an opinion about it, but I think it's the best so far.
Bottom boot, get it out of here. Even the mythic set sucks.
Moving right along to the plate set.
So the
I hate
plate
it.
set is only good when it's mythic. Because we
I
close up the face, the eyes glow. That is my shoot of these 4 armor
Yes.
sets.
I have to agree with that because as you said, all the other helmets, their mouth is open and it looks really weird. Like, as you said, if it looks like their mouth is agape on the human, I can't even imagine what it would look like on all the other classes.
Oh my god, I'm just having a nightmare admitting on a gnome. It's gonna be like the size of my body. Like, no thank you. It looks so goofy.
Ooh, on the mythic set, I love those boots though, how they light up at the top. That's so cool.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's all they need to do is make everything like pop like that, and I get, ugh.
Yeah, I think overall I give the plate set a soft toot, but very, very a loud
Soft
toot for that mythic set though. That's nice.
All right, Aaron, can we get a loud toot? Because you gave us a soft toot. Now where's the loud toot? Wow, was that kind of toot mean?
That sounds about right.
No, what would a moot sound like? That's what the audience really wants to know. Oh,
It's you,
so like
it's you sucking it back in.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like that.
You let out a toot and you're like, oh no, I'm at the workplace. I can't do this.
God, is that what a moot is? Is a moot just sucking in your fart? We can't have that anymore. It's horrible.
Sorry, guys, I moved it over here. No one asked me to get up. I'll release my moot gas.
Oh, please do not get up. All right, that was our fashion review where we just basically said we hate it until the mythic set.
Fish helmets are bad all around. Strike a pose. Bad fish helmets.
No fish helmets. No hoop skirts.
Give us glowing boots.
You had coral to go off of. Why are none of them coral themed?
Put away the cycling knee pads. Put away the cycling knee pads. Also, yeah, where's the fucking coral? Huh?
Yeah, why is it only Naga themed? I know it's the Naga town, but like 7 other people live there.
Also, it's weird that we're skinning, like, I get it that we skin a lot of things and wear them, but the Naga are people.
Yeah, they
like, they're
talk at
people.
us.
How many other people's skins do we wear? Like, Murlocs, they're not really people. Come on, we all know that.
Remember when there is a canonical Worgen head hat?
There is?
Yep. They used an old model of a bear head, but there's a quest where you kill an orc pirate who killed a Worgen priest's brother, cut his head off, and skinned it and wears it as a hat.
What the fuck?
So it just looks like the bear head hat, but there is a hat that is canonically some NPC's dead brother's head.
Well, there you have it. That was our fashion review and also our cold case murder mystery part of the podcast.
Oh, I mean, we know who did it, and then we killed him. And it was in vanilla, and no one talks about it.
No, but we need to find who killed them. That's the real crime.
Me.
Oh, bake them away, toys.
Oh. I'm doing the rest of this from my jail cell. So, I recently was trolling the Blizzard forums, and I found this posting by Ged Priest, the level 60 human priest.
Great.
You'll have to forgive me. I got a little overzealous during the capturing of this image from the internet, so it's about 80% zoomed in, and I can't zoom out, and I can't find it again. So this is me going off of what I remember it to be.
Oh, great! This is really good.
You should send us this screenshot, and we shall post it on the Twitter, and maybe a listener can decipher it.
Get Priest, maybe she can
I just
show
want to
up.
see this.
Uh, annoying rep grinds for flying. Brutal, excessive, bad design. Makes you question, is it even worth it? Inflexible, doesn't allow for other playstyles to get the reward at the same time investment. Some players hate questing, some hate rep grinds, some love PvP, some love dungeon grinding, etc., etc. Why not allow flexibility in playstyles to get the reward? So what they're, of course, referring to is flying. You have to be loved by all 8 of the factions, I believe. And the only way to get that faction rep, supposedly, is through world quests and world quests and quest lines. So,
same.
I don't know
Do
if this
you-
priest did it on purpose, but that was very poetic. That rant. But also, in addition to getting reps, they also have like quite a bit of in general leveling to do.
yeah, they're level 60. It's not really an issue for a while there, friend. But do you guys think that it is unfair that you only get that rep from those 2 things? Do you think it should come? It should come from dungeons. That it should come from PvP.
No, I think the way it is fine because originally they didn't really even intend for there to be flying in this area in these areas, and the fact that they put like a I honestly think it's just a very soft wall. Like I've just been playing this entire expansion so far, and I easily had everything needed for Pathfinder 1, and I didn't really even go out of my way all that much.
Yeah, you had so much time to get it. Like, it's so easy to get. And like I never felt like I've even needed flying in these zones. Like, yeah, there's that one world boss in Vol'dun who's like at the very top of this fucking mountain, and I always find the wrong pathway climbing up it. But like other than that, like I just feel like there's so many ways to get around. There's like it's so easy to travel from point to point and take the ships, take the big ships and little boats, and people just blow things out of the water insanely.
Well, speaking of which, I did look through some of the comments trying to find a port in the storm. I don't have direct names here, but it was a lot of the sentiment of like, totally agree. What does Blizzard even think they're doing with 6 to 8 reputations? I've never enjoyed flying. I never will. So I don't even think I'll be pursuing flying.
Well, fine, then don't.
I'm going to not play this game, but stay on the boards and yell about it.
That's everybody. It's wild. This is it's a compromise. They don't want flying in the game. They want you to see everything that's happening. Just enjoy the world, enjoy the art, and then flying comes out, and it's cool, and then it's there. Like, you've had your time with it. And what's even nicer is that these 2 new zones in Mechagon and Narjatar, you can fly them immediately. You still can't fly over in Argus because they wanted you to see stuff. I don't know. I've seen people complaining that, back in Burning Crusade, the rep grinds weren't like this. And I'm like, what? Burning Crusade had, like, rep grinds to even get into the raids. Like, you had to grind, like, attunement quests. You had to grind reps to get, like, I have grinded some of those reps to get mounts and stuff, and I'm like, these are even more excessive than what we have now. I hate it. People are stupid. Like, we should just pay 200 gold to get flying, and it's like, people like they don't want to earn anything, and you just gotta earn your keep, kids.
And
earn your keep.
And I assume eventually they will allow that. Say like in Drain War first or whatever, they probably will just switch over to letting you buy that eventually, like another expansion down the road or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Draenor flying is going to be opened up once we get either the new expansion or like the end of this one. They're just going on a timeline and they're going down the clock. It's people are ridiculous. Just take it for what it is. You don't need flying. You'll survive. I am very curious how flying is going to affect war mode in like current areas though.
I think it'll be fine because I don't think we've told a story on air, but when I was leveling my druid, I was in in Legion content, and I was getting ganked by this max level priest over and over again in High Mountain, like High Mountain proper, like in Thunder Totem. Sorry, Thunder Totem
Mm-hmm.
proper, like in the tower. And she didn't care that the High Mountain Torrent guards were attacking her because she, like, I guess those guards don't scale level wise. She was just wiping them out and killing me like when I'm right in front of Maya, just trying to turn my quests. I'm like, the fuck is this? So Slide came back to join me, and we repeatedly took her down. And let me just say that with the nets that they introduced, even if people are flying, they have to fly really high up to like avoid these nets. And you can still
Oh
use these nets to
man.
ground them.
Oh man, we fucked this lady up. I flew in, I got on my main, and I flew in to find her. I'm typing in general chat, hey, where's that priest at? Hey, where's that priest at? Everyone's like, oh, she's over here. She killed me by the giants. I found her. I killed her once. I waited. I corpse camped her, and then she flew up, and I flew up like next to her, and she was just like staring at me, and I was staring at her. We're way above the ground, and I said, Immune, you have to get on your priest. You have to fly over here, sit under her, and when she gets low enough, fire your net. So because if you kill a horde player in BFA, there's a quest you can do where you'll be awarded with the net cannon that fires super far and pulls them out of the sky. So I literally baited this lady over to like the main area of like Thunder Totem. Is that what it's called? And Immune was on top of the big giant like tower at the very top on like one of like the totem poles, and he fired his net at her. And the minute she clicked on him, she was like, "Oh God!" And she's trying to she was trying to fly away. And when that net hit her, she fell so far, and she couldn't save herself. So she crashed into the fucking roof and died, and then logged out for like 3 hours. So this is so satisfying.
Yeah, so I think introducing flying will be fine with war mode for whichever alliance they'll have it on, like us.
We out there. We here.
Turning quests in by the boat. You know who's been flying around in my eyes all day?
Whew.
Our sexiest NPC of the week.
Ooh, I wonder who it's going to be.
This week's sexiest NPC of the week isn't afraid to take our relationship a little slow. Because it's Scroll Sage Nola, the Torcholin.
Oh.
I look at Nola and I see a couple things. One, I see responsibility. Not only is she out there trying to protect the environment by letting these turtles get to the water, eventually she was like, okay, gang, you're killing too many turtles, or opposite, you're killing too many creatures, so we gotta balance this boy out. She's not afraid to make you take control of the crab, to kill her own kinsman, because she's like, we gotta keep this thing balanced.
That's responsibility right there, and that is sexy.
2, she cares about the kids. She's like, hey, yo, I got some shorties around me here. How about you go make a triangle for us, and and I'm gonna entertain these kids. And caring for your loved ones and the shorties out there, that's hot as fuck.
I'm pretty sure she had me draw a boob, and I got real excited. I was like, Scroll Sage, you coming on to me? Come on, girl. Come on.
Number 3, my girl can accessorize. I am looking at a picture of her gazing over a map right now, and I'm seeing those vials. I'm seeing all of those scrolls on her shell. I'm seeing her little half hat. I said, girl, what you doing?
I'm
I want to
saying,
get under those wraps.
why can't we have this as our new set that we get from the new raid?
Dude, what the hell? That's sexy as fuck. Let me get in that shell. Just squeeze in that shell with you. Move on over. Make some room.
Oh, mama, let me hat those vials.
Ooh, girl. A turtle just made it to the water of my jacuzzi.
To my waterbed.
My
Splorsh,
turtle's
splorsh.
popping up. Here
Also,
comes my turtle.
Also, her voice actor is a very nice woman who has a Twitter where she only ever posted on it like twice. Like, thanks everyone for liking my voice. A turtle made
She
it
was
to
at
the
BlizzCon.
water.
Yeah, she had a panel at BlizzCon.
She was so happy to be there. Like, there's a YouTube video of her like saying hi to the fans, like hello to all my fans, and then she did it in the voice, and she's like, "Oh, it makes me so happy that people like my work," and I'm like, "This old bitch, she's so cool. She loves it. She loves it, and I love her for loving it."
That's what makes her our sexiest NPC of the week.
Ooh, oh, protect the turtles.
Ooh, come into my shell, Jimmy.
Scroll Sage Nala, your award is in the mail. But to open it up, I want you to draw me a rectangle. That's right, bitch.
Bitch,
And
that's a square. Redo it. The kids are disappointed in you.
You better get up to 95% correct, or I'm making you run your ass around again, and I'm not showing you until you talk to me again.
Yeah, I'm gonna attach a screenshot of the perfect fucking circle I drew, and I want you to show me what the fuck's wrong with it. Because that shit was directly over the lines, and I'm still mad about it.
When I see her offering that quest, I'm like, well, shit, I gotta go see what Collector's doing on the other continent.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll do Shell Game again.
Oh, what the fuck's up with that quest? What the fuck?
They made it
works
easier, though.
sometimes.
Like, when it first came out that first day, it was hard. It was harder. I think they definitely, like, nerfed it.
Well, nerf it again. Let me draw a dick and balls. That's all that I want.
Champion,
I mean, I guess I can.
draw dick and balls.
The kids love it.
They mark the fuck out for dick and balls.
What are the odds we can get her to record that line? Probably not very high.
Oh, 100%.
But alright, looks like we're just going to keep moving on through. We're nearing the end of the show here. It's time for our top 2 or bottom boot.
Medium
moot of the week. Aaron, what's your TT, BB, or MM?
This week's top 2 came to me randomly, surprisingly, but it was an honest-to-God gift. I ported into Stormwind today, ran through the portals, got on my Hive Mind mount to just try and fly to the castle keep, because I had to talk to Anduin at the end of that quest, and all of a sudden, Growlina lifts off of the ground and starts swimming in the air. I thought, well, surely this is a graphical glitch and will right itself in a second or two here. But she and I, we breaststroked through the clouds for about a 2-minute segment before I pulled out my phone to record it and softly hum Christopher Cross in the background.
You need to post this to the Twitters.
Yes, so you can see at the end, she does turn into the hive mind. You see me fumble to turn my phone off. But it's such a beautiful thing. And it was a moment that caught me by surprise. But that is my top 2 of the week.
Toot
Should
toot.
have just pressed print screen like 18 times and made a nice little slideshow.
I kind of picture it as in like that one really old meme of that lawnmower flying up into the sky.
So, Immune, what is your top 2, bottom boot, or medium moot of the week?
I got myself a top 2 of the week this week, and it is along the lines of what I said earlier, is playing PvP as a boomkin. I just feel so powerful, and I was doing the special brawl this week where it was like snowy Arathi Basin, which I didn't even know was a thing. It was really cool, and I was just using my haymaker and my typhoon to knock people off cliffs and kill them, or I was trapping people in roots and solar beam. It's just so much fun.
PvP is it's a drug. Once it gets you, it's not gonna let go.
But yeah, that's my top 2 of the week. How about you, Side?
I've got myself one of them top 2s as well.
Toot toot.
It's Noble Garden, and it's another one on my list of things to cross off to get that sweet, sweet Violet Proto Jake, my man.
He's one step
my boy.
closer.
I'm almost there, bro. I'm so close.
Noble Garden's actually probably the easiest one to do. I literally have like 8 out of the 10 achievements day 1. I already have the Hearthstone. I'm just going to keep getting eggs to get them out for fun. The other 2 achievements are super easy to do. I'm just like, oh, I have 6 days to do it. Why do it now? And get this, Aaron, you have to go do this as well. If you get 100 of those little eggs, you can turn them in for Polymorph Rabbit, and you can get a exclusive Noble Garden Rabbit Polymorph to add to your book.
Ooh.
I'm probably never going to use it because I have the sweet little piggy, but it's something to have for a mage. So, yep, I think getting one step closer to my boy Violet Proto Jake. It's my top 2 to this week. God, I can't wait to see him in December. Where you at?
The wait'll be worth it, bro. Trust me.
I can hear him. It's like he's in the room with me.
Not yet, bitch.
Gotta earn your key.
Oh, I think with that, with my Violet Proto Jake dreams being dashed for another 6, 7, 8 months. Fuck. I think we're gonna start closing out. We got raid in 30 minutes. So, do you guys have any questions, complaints? If you want to send me fan art of Violet Proto Jake that doesn't exist in this world, if you want to be the first, you can email us at donotrelatpod@gmail.com, or you can tweet at us at donotrelatpod on the Twitter. What about you, kitty cats? Where can I find your litter boxes?
You can find me on Twitter at NewEraAlex.
Meow! My litter box is in the laundry room. And my personal information is at the Big Cheesy on Twitter.
Alright. That, we're out of here. Oh my god, my throat sounds like somebody's strangling me. Help.
I am.
Oh god.
Give me the money now.
Oh god, I have to press the stop button on the recording, so see you next week. And remember...
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.